Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the top 5 course platforms of 2024. Before we jump into this, there is one distinction that we need to make, and this is the difference between a course platform and a course marketplace. A course platform is just somewhere where you can create and upload your own course, and then you have to go out there and market your course yourself. Alternatively, a platform is once again somewhere that you can build and host your course, but they have the ability to do the marketing for you, kind of like Amazon, where you can just go and browse through all of the products. A course marketplace is almost like an Amazon of courses, where people can browse through and buy your course without you having to do any of the promotion yourself. So starting off with probably the most well-known course platform out there, and this is Udemy. Now, Udemy is a course marketplace, meaning that people go to Udemy specifically to buy a course, search for a course on the topic that they want, and they can choose from all of these courses. So the main pro of Udemy is that in theory, it can handle all of your marketing for you. For example, if I go to the sales category over here, we can see this course right at the top has 85,000 students. Now, because this course is so popular and shows up right at the top when we are looking for sales courses, this course right here is probably getting hundreds and hundreds of students per day, completely on autopilot and completely passively. However, it's not as easy as it sounds, as for this to be effective, for you to be getting these sales on autopilot, you almost definitely have to rank on the first page of this search suggestion. As you can see, there are 128 pages of just sales courses, and even if you rank on page 10, which is still a pretty good ranking, you can see the amount of students that they have significantly drops off, and I can almost guarantee that most of these students came from self-promotion rather than the Udemy marketplace itself. Secondly, even if you do really well and you start ranking on Udemy and they start selling the course for you using their marketing and their marketplace, they are only going to give you 37% of the revenue every time you make a sale, which I find absolutely crazy. On top of this, Udemy also allows people to buy this subscription kind of thing for $15 per month, which allows them to access most of the courses. This means that if somebody with that subscription buys your course using this subscription package, then this $15 is shared between you and all of the other courses that they accessed in that month. So whilst it looks like this course on page 1 made millions and millions of dollars, the likelihood is that most of these students just bought that $15 per month plan, accessed that course, and the person who created this in reality got a fraction of the price that the course is listed for. So realistically, if you actually want to make a good amount of money with Udemy, by far the best way to do this is going to be creating your course on Udemy and then just going out there and promoting it yourself. If you do this, you keep 97% of the course revenue as opposed to the 37% when you let Udemy promote for you. But that kind of defeats the entire purpose of this being a course marketplace, right? If you are promoting your course yourself, what's the point in using a marketplace? You may as well just use another platform. Now, the second platform that we are going to talk about is Skool. Now, Skool is my absolute favorite platform on this entire list. First of all, it was created by two of the most well-known and most popular entrepreneurs in the entire online space, Sam Ovens and Alex Hormozi. And Skool not only allows you to create a course, but it also allows you to host a community. You can do this with a few other of the course platforms that we will get into later, but no course platform does this anywhere near as well as Skool. The user interface on Skool is absolutely incredible. It's super simple to use, and there is basically no learning curve to this. You can create all of the courses that you need to create super easily in this section right here. We have the community section where your community can start posting, they can run polls, they can comment and answer each other's questions. And they also have this section, which I absolutely love, which allows you to create certain courses and certain rewards that people can only unlock when they are active in your community. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that sounds super cool, but like, why would I even need a community in the first place? Really, there are two main reasons that I have personally found why having a community is better. Firstly, your students are much more likely to get better results because of the community And because they are getting better results, they are more likely to recommend your course to other people. That's because if you have a community, they not only get the value of your course, but any questions that they have, they can ask in the community, and it's also a place that your students can network. Secondly, and this is the most important thing as a course creator, having a community like this allows you to create something called MRR, or monthly recurring revenue. Usually the way that you sell courses, and probably the one that you have in your mind right now, is you create the course and then you just sell it one time for a set price. And usually with courses, there's no reason for people to stay signed up after that. They get the course, they pay for the course, they get the value, and that's it. However, the way that you can do this with Skool and with a community is you can put a certain price on your community. For simplicity's sake, let's just say this is $50. And in month 1, you get 10 people signed up. So this means that your monthly recurring revenue, because they are paying this $50 every month, is now $500 because we have 10 people. Then in month 2, you go out there, you do some more marketing, and you get another 10 people signed up. Now, because you have 10 new people and also the 10 people from the first month, your monthly recurring revenue is now $1,000. So as this compounds over time, you can probably see just how powerful this is. And anytime I'm creating some kind of course, I always go with Skool because I prefer this MRR model so much more. With Skool, they also have one of the cheapest transaction fees in the entire space at only 2.9%. And the final reason that Skool is by far the best course platform that you can get started with is because of the Skool games. Now, the Skool games is essentially a step-by-step program run by Alex Hormozi, who is probably the biggest business influencer in the entire online space. And this shows you step by step exactly how you can set up your Skool community for absolutely free and as a complete beginner. So if you do want to access that, I will leave a link to the Skool games down in the description. You can go there, you can get signed up, and you can take that Skool games program for completely free. Now, third on the list is Teachable. Teachable is a course platform, so it's not a marketplace like Udemy. It's a platform, meaning that you have to promote all of your courses yourself. Now, Teachable is definitely most similar to Skool, as you can create a community inside of Teachable, as well as hosting your courses and other things like that. Now, the UI and how Teachable looks is kind of outdated in my opinion, and definitely isn't as user-friendly as something like Skool. The pricing with Teachable is going to range from $39 to $199 per month, and these different pricing plans really depend on what you will be using this for. Inside of Teachable, you also get this website builder where you can build an entire website on Teachable itself, which is super interesting, and I have never seen a course platform actually allow you to build an entire website to promote that course. So I'm going to keep this section nice and short, as I've already explained the benefits of having a community and what you can do with monthly recurring revenue. And essentially, Teachable is very similar to Skool, but it's just not as user-friendly. And of course, you don't have the Skool games on Teachable, where you can learn exactly how you can set up your community for completely free. The fourth option is Gumroad, and Gumroad is very interesting because it's kind of this weird mix between a marketplace and a platform. What I mean by this is you do have the ability just to go to Gumroad and type in whatever type of course you are looking for. However, Gumroad itself just doesn't have anywhere near the amount of traffic that a platform like Udemy has. So on Udemy, you can go on there, you can get potentially thousands of signups from their marketing, but on Gumroad, this just doesn't really happen. So technically it is a marketplace, but most people just use Gumroad as a platform and they do their own marketing for their product. Now, what really sets Gumroad apart is the fact that it's not just video courses you can upload. Gumroad allows you to upload and sell ebooks, PDFs, audio files, as well as video courses. So if you're somebody who is a little bit camera shy, you don't want to get on camera, and you would rather create your course as like a written PDF, then Gumroad could be a fantastic option. Now, I do need to mention that Gumroad did go through some pretty serious changes at the end of 2022. In my opinion, it was a little bit greedy, and they definitely did lose a lot of their big sellers because of this move that they made. Essentially, they changed the entire fee structure that they had and massively increased the prices for almost everybody on Gumroad. This is how they used to have their fee structure, and it makes sense, right? The more money you have on Gumroad, the lower your fee would be. Now, 9% is still pretty high, but hey ho, you don't have to actually pay for the platform, you don't pay when you put your courses live, and you only pay that fee. So kind of fair enough. And it definitely got a lot more reasonable as you made more money on Gumroad. But then for some reason they decided to scrap that entire system and just slap a straight 10% fee on everything sold on Gumroad. So you just pay 10% no matter how much you make, and this means that Gumroad now has one of the highest fees in the entire industry at 10%. So as I say, it is a good platform, but just keep in mind those 10% fees are absolutely ridiculous. And then number 5, the final option, and the reason that I included this is it is the cheapest on the entire list, as it is basically free to get started with. This is System.io, and if you click on the System.io link, you will be able to get access to this free account. Essentially, with this free account, you can have unlimited students in your course, and you can create a community with this and have unlimited members for completely free. Now, when I say free, I genuinely mean free, like there's no fees or anything like that. If we go over here, we can see that System.io do not charge any fees. They say here you will never pay more than $97 per month to run your business. And what they mean is the most expensive plan right here is $97. Of course though, being a completely free platform, it is going to be a little bit worse than some of the other course platforms. As you can see right here, if I go ahead and start making my course, it's okay, but it doesn't look the best and definitely does not have the user interface that some of these other platforms have. User interface is of course going to be extremely important, as if your students do not enjoy using the platform that your course and community is on, then they are not likely to stay very long, especially if you are using this monthly recurring revenue model. But on System.io, you can of course create your community right here. You have the post feature, you can see all of the students that are in your community, and this is just an awesome option if you are on a super tight budget or you just don't want to pay any fees with the sales that you make. So my final thoughts with this, my personal top suggestion is going to be Skool. The fact that they have the cheapest transaction fees, by far the best user interface, and if you are new to creating your course and community, you can get access to the Skool games right now, where Alex Hormozy takes you through the entire process and shows you how you can create your community and start getting your first few students, even if you are a complete beginner. So those are the top 5 course platforms of 2024. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.